Not many years ago, if you wanted to hear music, you either made it yourself, which only the wealthy could afford, or you went to a concert, which only the wealthy could afford. Subsequently, except for the super rich, you would not hear your favorite song performed professionally, but one or two times in your lifetime. Unless, of course, you lived in a very large town that had a cathedral where you had a choir. Then Marconi invented the radio. Edison invented the phonograph. Someone invented the LP, the cassette tape, the CD, the MP player, the iPhone, and now the cloud. And you can now hear your favorite song as often as you wish. Every new form of recording improved the previous and urged us to buy the newer form. But each one improved our listening experience. Likewise, the history of philosophy is the continual refinement and discarding of previous philosophies. Each subsequent philosopher seeks a philosophy that works in everyday life. In that sense, the work of philosophy may never be completed. In view of that, it is curious that three philosophers with three very different philosophies lived during the same period. Each still has its followers. Karl Marx is the founder, of course, of Marxism. He taught that history is a result of class struggle between the bourgeois and the proletariat. Capitalism, he said, will eventually crumble and socialism will replace it. Socialism will free people of alienation and allow a full productive life known as species life. John Stuart Mill is the father of utilitarianism. He said that people are natural hedonists, and society should use this natural bent to develop altruistic attitudes. An altruistic society will create the greatest happiness for the greatest number. Søren Kierkegaard is a founder of existentialism. Existentialism is a word that was coined by Jean-Paul Sartre, who lived between 1905 and 1980, and it means to really exist. The label postdates the founding existentialists of Søren Kierkegaard and Friedrich Nietzsche. Both would have rejected the label, as both rejected all labels. The meaning of existentialism is any philosophy that involves questions of meaning and choice. It is dedicated to discovering what it means to really live, and it is truly undefinable. It emphasizes the individual rather than the whole, passions rather than reason, and freedom rather than fate. Friedrich Nietzsche, who lived between 1844 and 1900, was a nihilist. He said the universe has no meaning or purpose. You live for today because there's no afterlife. He is famously credited with saying God is dead, but it was a diagnosis of society, not a proclamation of modern mortality. His is an atheistic vision of existentialism. He hated religion and defined the moral systems as either master morality or slave morality. Master morality, in his view, is best because it predates democratic Greece. It is aristocratic, reflects virtue of the ruling class, and emphasizes personal excellence, arete, and power. Slave morality is inferior. It is a creation of religion according to Nietzsche, especially Christianity, and reflects the virtue of the slave. It emphasizes humility and putting others first. Søren Kierkegaard, 1813 to 1855, promoted the Christian version of existentialism. He said that life is meaningless without a personal relationship with God, a relationship that is begun and maintained by leaps of faith. Morality must be defined by God because man is too fickle, so God must be the standard. This week you will study the works of Søren Kierkegaard and what he thought it meant to really exist. Here's to a great week in philosophy.